All right, welcome to Orb Analytics YouTube channel. Pretty exciting day for us. I'm hoping to put this video embedded in a post on the Substack about myself, just kind of like a little bit more about who I am. So if you're seeing it there, this probably makes sense, and if you're not, this probably makes no sense. But as our page continues to grow, both in terms of our audience following as well as our product offering of predictive models. The other area that we're really trying to grow and put a lot of effort into this season is on the content side of things. So creating more and different types of content, including video. So it's time to finally kind of step in front of the camera. If you've been reading us for a while, I have been posting under the Orb Wizard alias, which is just a pretty non-creative name that I came up with. To keep myself anonymous at the time. But my real name is Ethan. This is what I look and sound like. I am many things, but I am certainly not a video editor. So just speaking in front of the mic like this and putting it out is a little bit outside my comfort zone. So hopefully I can grow into that as we do more of these. But in terms of the editing side, I will be the one editing this. So if there's any edits needed to be made, it's going to be on the rougher side of things. So I apologize for that. But a little bit just quickly about Orb Analytics, who we are, what we do. We build predictive models for sports gambling markets. So it all started back in the 2022 NFL playoffs. I'm a big sports fan, especially the NFL. I'm a data analyst and total data nerd, and I like to responsibly gamble on some of the games. So I think pretty much everyone with those three ingredients ends up at least having the idea to or starting something like this. So I basically challenged myself to see if I could build a predictive model that could be profitable against Vegas. It just seemed like a really good benchmark. If you followed this page, I talk a lot about how just like mathematically rigged sports gambling is against the player. So I wanted to see if I could use data to kind of get over that hump and actually make some money. Back in the 2022 NFL playoffs, which was the year that the Rams beat the Bengals in the Super Bowl, I started and built the first kind of 1.0 version of the model that we now call the Orb. And it was like a really simple linear model that predicted the actual scores from both teams, and then from there we could just derive a line pretty easily and compare this against the spread, the money line, and the total, like the over-under for every game. And it actually performed pretty well that first season. I was just kind of like texting my buddies what I was doing and the picks, and they hit at a pretty high rate during a pretty small sample size. Kind of just went on a hot streak. So my buddies were all excited about that, and we kind of thought that we had struck oil or found gold on the first attempt. So I then wanted to actually test over an actual significant sample size. So I took that same 1.0 model and I ran like a beta test the following season against the entire season, every single money line, every single spread, and every single total. And quickly found out that I had not struck oil and that I had a lot of work ahead of me to get to where I was hoping to go. So the model found itself especially against spreads and totals, which are really efficient markets and create these 50-50 outcomes in the long run. And found myself right at that 50% accuracy mark, which doesn't sound too horrible. But when you're paying minus 110 for a spread play or for a total play, over the long term, if you only hit a 50%, if you hit anything below that 52.38% profitability line, you're just going to slowly lose money in the long term, which is right where the sports books want you. So that next offseason, took our beatings, went back to see what we couldn't learn from our mistakes, and came up with a much more intentional, much smarter modeling strategy to head into the next season, because we wanted to kind of get this thing started on the record and on the books. So we now find ourselves headed into our third official season. We've had 2 official seasons on the books. I will write a season kickoff letter where I go into probably way too much detail about the past model performance. So far, it has performed really well. It's outperformed my, even optimistic expectations for it, which has been amazing. But if you follow this page, we are based in transparency, and especially in predictive modeling, but in a lot of things, past performance is not a promise of future results. So the only things that we promise here are effort and transparency about how the model is doing. We do not guarantee results. We are not some sleazy sports gambling influencer that hides our losses. If anything, if you've read our page, you know that I talk in a lot more detail about the losing picks and the losing weeks than I do the winning ones, just because I think they're more interesting and I think we learn a lot more from them. But you will always have an idea if you follow this page. You'll always know where the model accuracy is, how that translates into unit winning or losing. But point being, if you're looking for a page that guarantees mathematically unrealistic hit rates and returns and nothing but winning weeks and nothing but winning seasons in a game that it's mathematically impossible to do so, Orb Analytics isn't the place for you, and that's all right. So we're looking forward to this season. I'm looking forward to getting a little bit outside my comfort zone on the video side of things. I'm excited to see where we can't take kind of like this content aspect of it. I have a couple ideas that I want to do for like the YouTube and video side. I'd love to get some of the team members on for like a little one-on-one so you can get to know them better if you've been reading their work or listening to them on a podcast anytime since we've been doing this project. I'd love to do some interviews as well, but I think my main goal for the NFL season is basically every week when we give out the upcoming slate of games, when we give out the model picks, is to then go back over it and just kind of record myself talking about it, the model performance. It'll probably be a little bit more casual than the newsletter, just kind of my own opinions on some of the picks and predictions that the model has made. And do that kind of every week. So the newsletter itself won't change in terms of it'll still be in your inbox. It'll still be, the same level of write-up that it's always been. Afterwards, I'm just going to hop on here and hit record. So we're really excited for the upcoming NFL season. We're excited about some development that we've done. We just ran a beta test of our NBA model this past season. Excited to get that going again. Try to figure out modeling 2 sports at the same time once the NBA kicks off this year. It's going to be a fun challenge. And we have some additional development in the background that I'm hoping to be able to announce and talk about soon that we're pretty excited about. So we're going to have a lot of fun this season. Kind of one of our mottos internally is that it's supposed to be fun. It's modeling and it's data, but it's also sports and it's sports betting, and anything can happen. And even the best models in the world miss a lot of their picks. They just hit more than they miss. So even if the model has down weeks or a down season, we're still going to have fun with it. If a couple losing weeks or even a losing season after 2 really good winning seasons is going to bring out negativity, then again, Orb Analytics and sports gambling probably aren't for you, and that is okay. So we're going to have a lot of fun this season, regardless of the picks, and I'm excited to see what we can't do on the video side of things. So thank you for watching. If you're still watching 9 minutes in, especially thank you. And we're really excited for the NFL season kickoff.